Hello everyone, my name is Doc, and welcome to another vid of Kokiron Kingdom. Now today I'm just gonna be showing to you all like a guide. I'm not gonna be showing clips because I'm way too tired to just make a new accounts and all that stuff. But anyway, I'm just gonna be showing to you all just some guides on just for mainly early game players. Like once you start the game, you're just fresh in the oven and you just want some tips. And here I am to deliver it. Now, first things first, when you download the game and you load your assets, there is a server option: Pure Vanilla, Hollyberry, and Dark Cacao. The worst server you can possibly be on, and you cannot argue with me about this, because this is literally the worst server: Dark Cacao server. Reason why? Because a lot of the people who are actual veterans make alts on that server. Now, yeah, everything is a lot easier. Arena, I don't know, but it's not that good. It's not that good. And even when it says it's recommended, I do not recommend it at all. It isn't like recommended because it's like easier, more beginner friendly. It's mainly just CPU problems. Now, the server that I recommend joining on once you're new is Hollyberry because it is the perfect middle ground between Pure Vanilla and Dark Cacao server. Because Pure Vanilla is like the older server where like all the veterans like me are there. And Dark Cacao is more of like the same, but with actual alternative accounts. So Hollyberry is like the perfect middle ground, so I just recommend starting there, especially in like arena. There are some like nice challenges. Getting to masters actually feels good, and there are some actually good guilds. So yeah, that's basically about it for like the server picks, if anyone gets like confused over that. Now, upon starting on a new game, the thing that I do not recommend the most, like when you just started, like you do not know what you're getting into. The first thing I do not recommend is re-rolling. Basically, making an account. If the starting deck is bad, you basically just delete that account and make another one. I do not recommend that because like, especially if you haven't started, you do not know who's potentially just good, and remind you, like every single cookie in this game, and I mean every single one of them, is really good early on. Just really early on. Reason why I do not recommend re-rolling, I only recommend it if like you know what you're doing, because at least you have like a proper strat and you at least know what can like put you, how far it can get you and all of that stuff. So yeah, if you're like absolutely new to the game, I do not recommend re-rolling. I just recommend like going in one sitting, and that's basically it. Now, for gem investments. Now, upon logging on, um, giving out your codes that expired unfortunately, you'll get like this little login reward, 3,000 gems, and like you're gonna be saying, but Doc, where do I spend those crystals? Now, if you like, if you do not have a good team, like you just started, you have like the starting team, I'd recommend just using those crystals on gacha, no matter what. I'd recommend just doing the featured cookie, like get financier once till, and then do the this one, because this one gives you more cookies that's not financier, and getting only financier kind of sucks, especially since she's kind of mediocre on her own. So that's about it. Now, about continuing with the gem investment thing. Now, I know you're gonna be like unlocking castle level 2 and stuff like that, but like later on, if you have like a stable team, if you have like a good team, a team you're comfortable with, where you can get far and stuff, I'd recommend just investing into landmarks off the bat. Now, the landmarks I usually just recommend are all the stat up landmarks. Where are they? Here. Like this one, clock. This one is one of the best. Dark Lord's Castle. Mainly the stat up ones are just generally the best ones, and the ones you want to get ASAP. About everything else, those two are just really about late game, and this is not the topic of this video, so yeah, just get all of the HP, like the stat boost landmarks, and you're basically golden in terms of gem investment. Now, about toppings, you do not need to worry about toppings too much in this game until you're like World 8 or something. If you're like World 8, this is where you're gonna start like investing some good toppings on. They will have like some good toppings, like good subs. You're not gonna focus on subs till like World 9. Because everything from World 1 to World 8 is a goddamn joke. And yeah, if you wanna make a team, the first thing that I do not recommend, relying on power as like an actual source of like, yeah, this team is good. No, this is not how this game works. Let me just show you an example. Sorry if I seem a bit tired because I'm kind of tired. Like, let's just see. Here's a 1.6 million power team. You're gonna be like, anybody with a small brain will be like, my god, this is an amazing team. But in fact it isn't. It is a very bad team. Now again, if you want to go for like basic teams, get a single healer, get a single tank, get like a support or something, and get like 2 damage dealers. At least one single target and one like area of effect. If you do not have a good tank, you can use Pumpkin Pie. If you do not have Pumpkin Pie, you can use Crunchy. And if you're lucky enough, you got like Hollyberry or Dark Cacao, you can just use them indefinitely. Now, you're gonna be like, yeah, but like, what if I do not have those good cookies? It is fine, because you can just use your rares, your rare cookies. Then you're gonna be like, yeah, but like, what's the point? Rares are like very underrated. Most of the rares in this game are very underrated, especially Blackberry. One of the most underrated cookies in the entire game. Now, for like, if you want to use rare cookies, the ones that I recommend are Custard, one of the better healers for rares. Custard and Carrot are the best ones. Blackberry is gonna be your best damage dealer. Avocado and Princess are gonna be your best tanks. I did not recommend Knight because he's ugly. And yeah, that's about it. There's really nothing else I can talk about. Oh yeah, about treasures. If you do not have any epic treasures, the only ones I recommend getting as a start off is Watch, Horn, not this, Horn, Scythe. Those are the 3 best. If you're like a budget player, you do not have the scroll, you can just go for that. You can just go for those 3 and you're okie dokie. Now, do you focus on bonds? One thing that I have realized, I forgot about this. A lot of people, especially people who are new, really just forget about the existence of bonds. And let me just explain to you why bonds are just like really good in the first place. Because bonds, you promote cookies in that set bond, and you get a permanent buff. You get a permanent buff for your entire party. So even if like you're like, yeah, but like even if I promote those cookies, I'm never gonna use them. So what's the point? You're still gonna be using them for like that one bond. Now there are some exceptions like him, but nonetheless, if there are a lot of cookies and bonds, the cookies that I recommend the most getting for bonds is Madeline. Bro has like 3 bonds, and all of these bonds are easy as hell to get. And yeah, that's basically about it. About production and stuff, I'm not really a pro when it comes to that. Not really a pro, just mainly gave some like advice If you want to get the smithy, I guess just like unlock shovels and then you're good. You're steady. Get the tree. Do the tree of wishes, because this is like your only source of gold. Your only source of gold. And yeah, that's about it. I don't know if I forgot anything else, but yeah, that's basically about it. See ya.